Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Thea 2, where for some reason the music is, surprisingly ominous. It is about time we got to crafting our ring, and actually an interesting thing happened. We got so much enchanted bone over the course of all the events that we've gotten into, that we actually have enough bone to do the thing. This is 2.4 essence, so the same amount of essence as the type of bone that we were considering crafting, the rune bone. And this saves us a lot of trouble. So if we do it like this, we will produce a 61 essence ring, which gives us like 7 points of stats, lots of self-shielding. It seems pretty good. But we could do better, right? For one thing, if we could produce enough material of this level, I mean, look at that, 12 points of stats. I don't know that that's necessary. People are talking in the comments like a totally maxed out other ring is overkill. But since it looks like we don't need to, bother gathering harder materials, we can take some of these advancement points that we were going to use to build the better materials, and instead use them to pick up jewelry crafting, which, fingers crossed, will actually allow us to apply the 20% essence bonus to the One Ring. Let's just go ahead and grab these. We want to be able to craft jewelry anyway, right? So, let's see if that works. Sorry, not the One Ring, the other ring. Obviously, it's not, that one ring. It does have the 2 stars on it. So, 67 point... Oh, that's a real shame. It's only getting a 10% bonus on the materials. That's interesting. I was expecting it to be 20. Because doesn't it say... You know what? It says a 10% bonus to essence here, and a 10% bonus to essence here, and I thought those were cumulative, but this is just a restatement of the bonus on the first one. Because yeah, it still says additional primary material. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a shame. That means we don't quite hit that threshold. Still, the threshold doesn't actually mean anything, I guess. Because we still get all of the benefits, and they're all scaling like smoothly and linearly as the number goes up. So yeah, I think we're just going to make it out of this. There is a 9% chance of creating a trash other ring. Okay, a little bit better when we put our good craftspeople on it. And we're already at 2 turns. We're not going to be able to get it down to 1. No, actually, we totally are. Let's just do that. Let's just make this immediately. And then we want to actually give it to whoever is best at Destiny, I guess? And we have no idea exactly what the demon summon looks like. Maybe that's not really an important part of the thing. I don't know. Let's make it and then we'll worry about it. Oh, we should probably make sure that everybody is actually gathering now. Because we brought a lot of people home. Yeah, Jesus. We have a ton of people who are currently not doing anything, who really should be doing things. So, let's go... I guess if you're going to do... No, you can get a whole 20 grain per turn by yourself. You can have somebody else help out the rat. Like Alenovic. Well, maybe the hunter. That's closer to a whole grain per turn. And then, we don't really need any of this other stuff, but gather it anyway. I'm gonna go help him with this. Wood. I don't know. Gather bone, gather fish. Just kind of whatever. Just be useful for a second here. Alright, tell me we did not produce a trash quality ring, because those components are not... I cannot easily get us another seed. Nope, totally normal quality. So, is there a way to sort by stats? There totally is. Awesome. So our highest Destiny character is the Witch. She is definitely already very overpowered. So I wonder, given the way the combat system works, I wonder if it's actually the case that we want to give her the ring. because we could give it to somebody else. We could, sorry, that's not what I wanted. We could give it to, like, Alanovic, and then have 2 extremely powerful characters. My concern with overloading all of our power onto the witch is that playing her 3 times in combat would cost 6 action points, but if she maintains her current very high power level and we make somebody else very powerful, then with 6 action points we can play each of them twice. We can get 4 powerful cards on the table instead of just 3, right? We have some figuring to do on this score. So Porky is close. He has a book. I mean, I'm tempted to give it to Porky just because random blasts. I guess we could give Alanovic a codex as well, but he won't use it as well. Yeah, so like Porky will still be reasonably good at summoning the demon, but now, well, he's still not anywhere near as dangerous in combat as Yuzia is. But we can get access to that demon a little bit cheaper in terms of action points while still being able to use Yuzia at full strength. So we're very committed to this. We're very committed to this like magic, shamanism, witchery path. This is how we're going to get through things, I guess. So at this point, do we want to go and try to pursue some of those more difficult challenges, like the storyline challenge that we have been shying away from? Here, let's just go back to... Actually, sort me by level. Because if we're going to win, we have basically like 2 victory types available to us, right? We have the domination victory, which we theoretically could probably do, or we have the quest victory. I'm not exactly sure how the quest victory works. Like, if our Divine Path quest is the one that we're supposed to be doing, or if it's the quest that we got from the archaeologist that is the one we're supposed to be doing. But I guess let's try to go and clear this out first. So we'll go inventory, Sparky and Yuzia, and definitely Bratimir. Are you actually a good fighter? Not really, right? You stay in town. You stay in town and protect the town. You have Strength of the Swarm and not great combat skills, but I kind of wonder if it might be worth bringing Biaklava for Strength of the Swarm. Like, we're probably going to end up in a purple challenge here, and their weapon attack is fine, not great, but with Strength of the Swarm it would become pretty good. Yeah, sure, come with us. And then, like, who else? May as well bring Myslav in case it turns out to be a redder challenge than I'm expecting. We're not quite in village range, so anybody we don't bring is not going to be able to participate. Just trying to figure out who I think would be useful. Honestly, he might be. Yeah, Alanovic, you're coming too. Oh, I guess before I do this, hold on. Put everybody back. Hold on, let's actually make sure that we're all equipped in a reasonable way. So, Alanovic needs to have proper gear, including defensive stuff. All of the armor and stuff that we've ever found has been, like, entirely red. I want him prepared for something a little harsher. I guess, should we make a bunch of... We should probably make a bunch of equipment. We have all these advancement points, so we don't need to spend on materials, apparently. Although maybe we still want to spend some of them on materials if we want to make better quality materials to make the equipment out of. But I'm thinking we could grab a couple of types of thing here. Like, we could grab the ability to make our own books. And books are not universally the right move, though. And especially, like, for Alanovic, his mysticism is fine, but we really want something that can attack with intelligence. I suppose some of the books we have Ice Spike on them. Ice Spike is not usable in purple challenges, though. Let's go ahead and grab the advancements necessary to craft books, and we'll just have a look at what we can make. We don't know for sure there won't be a yellow challenge, so who knows? Maybe it still makes sense to give him a book for the good spikes. Okay, so leather is a problem for us, but we can make ruby books pretty easily. What does the ruby book give you? Detach spirit and weakness, or if you make it elemental, ooh, fiery gaze, drain vigor. Each of your attacks will drain combat attributes from the targeted enemy. Huh. That's actually really interesting. It's a shame it loses random blast, though. Okay, what if we make them out of bone? Okay, not actually different. How about just trying out our various types of essences here. So the elemental book always has fiery gaze instead of random blast, which is a shame because random blast is amazing. Then we didn't try wood, right? What does wood essence get us? Okay, an elemental weapon made of wood gets you Random Blast 3, which is very interesting, and also Fireball, which is totally fine. I would love Random Blast 3, so we'd have to make it out of a better quality of wood, obviously. We do have some dark wood on us. And then we'd need, like, rubies in the second slot to try to prop up the essence. If we made it out of a leather, the secondary spell is still, yeah, it's still Fireball. So this is not too bad, actually. Random Blast 3 with a 1.3 modifier. What is Yuzia's book? What is the modifier on her book? 1.2. Oh wait, she already has Random Blast 3. We haven't actually used her in a, I think, manually in a combat since we gave her the new book. I didn't realize she's already wielding one of these, but it's not quite as good as the one we would be able to make if we went and got some rubies. Yeah, I'm inclined to spend some time building here. Let's just make ourselves as ready as possible. We also can actually make jewelry on purpose now, so let's try to figure out what good jewelry looks like. It looks like you can make it out of, like, ruby and stone. What does it look like if it's made out of ruby and stone? You actually get a lot of options. Wow. Crafting jewels seem pretty good. That is also very good. 10 points of all-color shielding. Yeah, our parties could be a lot more powerful than they are, it turns out. So is it... It looks like it might always be the case that you can get Protective Pendant and Lightness Jewel, and then the other two types of jewels are based on the essences at work. Bright Mind, that's neat. Bone? Oh, there's pagination happening here. It's like Mystical Sign, Gathering Jewel. Gathering Jewels require wood essence. A shiny jewel that can tear an enemy's soul. What does Hypnotize do? The magic melee attack. Okay, it's just damage, but it's a 2.0 modifier on intelligence. That's actually a very powerful attack. Only usable in yellows. Okay, so hold on. If we went back to doing it like this, let's actually look at the second page here. Okay, it's just Hypnotic Jewel. Well, yeah, that's very interesting. So, ruby and granite. There is granite north of us. We don't actually have to cross the water for it, we found out. So we could do a gathering expedition, go get some ruby, go get some granite, build some things. Unfortunately, when we're playing on this difficulty, there's no manual saving. So we can't really just like go and try the challenge and see what happens. Because I would hate to lose a game at this point. Although, of course, this is not going to be the last game of the series or anything. We will have to start over at some point. Okay, let's make some armor real quick. So we need proper armor for, at the very least, Alenovic. Biaklava already has real armor. And so does everybody else. It's not necessarily great, but we at least need one good suit for Alenovic. So let's make that happen. We need a good multicolored armor suit. We go medium armor, and we have been doing just gold. Seems to be fine. Sometimes produces garbage, but what are you going to do? Oh, we can't quite get there. Well, that being the case, let's leave it at 2. Which one of you is better at gathering? Okay, you work on this. You go and help gather fruit or something? I don't know. It's possible I'm over-preparing. Could be the case that once we have this armor on, we should just go. Childbar should probably stick to purple stats, right? What is Brute Force? Brute Force scales with mysticism when it is purple. Sure. So it seemed to me, in the early going, that it was very important. We made garbage armor. Well, try it again. Yeah, the trash chance of making armor out of wild materials is really harsh. It is really easy to just like waste your time. We should think about that in the future. Or we decide to settle near a wild material. Zosha should probably just stick to intelligence. Okay. Normal quality is good enough. And what if we wanted to make some jewelry with just the materials that we actually have a lot of? We need to go really hard here. I guess we're not super good at gathering most of the types of things jewelry are made out of. Yeah, we're gonna have to go out if we want decent jewelry. Out of curiosity, if we put this stuff in the design... Okay, so we would be, again, at a 24% trash quality chance. We just don't have the crafting skill to get that number down any lower, unfortunately. Alright, let's go on a little expedition. You know, maybe it might be the case that we can just run away after seeing the challenge. I sort of want to do that. I kind of want to just see if we're over-preparing. Biaklava, and then we leave everybody else at home for right now. We have lots of work to do. Everybody's got, like, at least one reasonable weapon. We didn't make him a book, but... How we should, though. Sorry, I know I keep, like, a lot of fits and starts going on here. We should make him an item, though. We should make him an item that actually produces an attack that is sensible for him. So our books are pretty mysticism focused no matter what you make them out of, though. We can get Ice Spike, which is totally fine. We can get Summon Unliving. If only we could make it to 70 essence off of this. How close do we get if we use good materials? Still not that close, actually. And this one is... Damages 1 to 6 random targets. Interesting. This one's more Destiny focused. There are codices that are not entirely Destiny. If we made him a scroll... Okay, if we made him a scroll, we could get something that's a little bit different. I almost wonder if it would be worth putting some advancement points into scroll making, trying to find him something that will actually produce a good intelligence attack. It seems like the intelligence attacks really come from the other magic weapon types, though, like artifacts. So these are like hammers. They're not fast, but they do splash damage. Low speed, medium damage, some spells, yeah, okay. We only have 2 advancement points, so I wouldn't, or 2 advancement points left, so I wouldn't be able to make, like, really good scrolls. So we should probably just, like, fiddle around with this a little bit more, try to find a book that makes sense. What if we go Bone and Ruby? No, we just get Fiery Gaze. Alright, what do we have in terms of decent intelligence attack stuff on anybody at all? I think we have 1 or 2 decent artifacts. Well, the basic artifact weapon attack is actually wisdom based, so that doesn't help us. The basic wand attack is destiny. Yeah, how do you find a good intelligence weapon? Well, his wisdom is also okay. So this has a 1.3 modifier. This is a 1.4. And this is a 1.3. Alright, I'm going to grab this for you. And then you can just take a bad shield. All we have is bad shields, sadly. As far as shields go. Ah, but it's very heavy, a shield. Maybe he ends up with an open hand, then. It's certainly not ideal. Well, actually, this sandstone relic has the same 1.4 modifier. The attack is actually a little bit slower here, but it has a better shielding increase, and it gives him snare, which does scale off of his intelligence. That puts him right at his carry limit. Yeah, actually, that's pretty good. That does okay damage in purple challenges, and it has that reasonable snare. Okay. Anyway, jewelry. So if we want to make jewelry, we're just gonna have to go on an expedition. We just don't have the parts to make good jewels. And I would love to make some like javelins out of some higher quality material and some books out of some higher quality material. We could consider higher quality material if we end up having to just flee from this challenge. But let's go and test it. Now I'm confident we actually have the right gear on. Biaklava, Ratomir, the Shaman, and the Witch. And people have been pointing out that there's a button that allows me better granular control of food here, the top transfer food option. So let's try that. We probably don't even need 15 days worth of food. Definitely bring me as many varieties as possible. I want to make sure that we are at maximum morale here. Because morale actually does matter a fair amount for the purposes of combat. It matters way more for people who might engage in combat than it does for people who are just sitting in town. Because there's only a couple of tiers at which you get bonus task efficiency. But like if we look at this, you can see here there's hit points and regeneration and damage and regeneration and shielding. And a lot of this stuff is combat focused. Also, at maximum morale, you get extra movement, which is super good. Okay, we are better prepared than we have ever been at any point in our short Thea career. Let's give this challenge a go. Okay, gathering grants bonus XP during the summer. So we had this option before. We engage them as witches. We tell them of the crow and how it guided us here. Okay, so we were not able to get another option, right? An option that was better than a difficulty 6 challenge. I don't want to bleed one of us entirely for the witches. I'm a little worried about the entire mental essence or the entire spirit essence of a person being like a permanent loss of a character. And I suppose what we could do is just bring them a sacrifice. I don't remember. I don't think that... Yeah, talking to them more doesn't really help. If we were able to pass this challenge, it would probably be really good for us. Challenge the witch to a spiritual duel in line with ancient traditions. Actually, this might be a one-on-one thing, in which case we maybe should just give Yuzia the ring. Yeah, hold on. Okay, decline and leave. My biggest concern here is that I don't know for sure how to know who's going to end up in the duel, because we have a couple characters here with the magic user tag. So maybe what we should do, actually, is split the party up here. Trade that to you. You have the good cat. You have those robes, which are not great, but what are you going to do? Man, maybe it should be Porky. Porky's a lot tougher, isn't he? No, he's not. Holy crap. Yuzia has 124 faith. I guess that's with the ring on. Hold on. No, she still has twice as much faith as he does. He has a lot more purple shielding due to his medium armor, though. It doesn't offset it. Yeah, alright. So what we want to do here is separate Yuzia from the group. All the varieties of food, just like 3 days worth. 3 days worth. And, I don't know, a little bit of wood. We'll have this expedition just move away so far that they can't possibly participate in the combat. So that we know it will be Yuzia who engages. And if I've misread the word duel here and it doesn't function the way I think it does, then we will be sad, basically. Unnamed rat. Sadly, none of these skills are any good for you. The Rat of Destiny. We'll name him at some point, maybe. See, it worries me that I'm still getting a Zerka option here. Okay, it is including the people from the town. Does anybody else in the town have the magic user tag, though? No. Okay, so when we take this magic user option... Nope, these are all of the groups that are still in range. Hold on, leave for now. You guys gotta get further away. No participating in this challenge. Because we've been surprised. Oh, your Chosen is not with you. Okay, well, we'll move the Chosen back into range then. Next turn. This is turning into kind of a silly thing. Okay. We know this deal. Kill the blob with fire. Got ourselves some topaz robes. Migo is also a Rat of Destiny. You come across a small hamlet and see a group of people huddled around a young girl and holding her hand. They are speaking to her in comforting tones, while a tall, imposing man holding a crossbow aims at the child's head. That's very strange. What are you guys doing? The people look too scared to talk, but the man turns to you. His gaze is tired but sharp, and you see great sadness in his eyes. I have traveled far, sought every answer, tried every cure, but this child, my child, she is possessed by evil spirits from birth. It killed her mother and brother. Other people have died in this village too, which was once a booming place. They protect her. It is kind. But what I am about to do is kinder. That is not correct. Please don't shoot your child in the face with a crossbow. You examine the girl, but can see nothing out of the ordinary. You catch a faint glimmer of darkness lingering in her presence, but not enough to call it a curse. You could try doing a cleansing ritual, but without any clear target, it likely would not work. Yes, that is what all of you charlatans said before. I will not have you perform any more witchery here. We've had enough. She's had enough. It is time to put an end to it. At least you were honest, and for that I thank you. Please, leave us be now. I can't just let him shoot this... I mean, if our reading here is that there's a faint glimmer of darkness, but not enough to call it a curse, if our reading here is correct, then he's about to kill an innocent child for no real reason, right? We have to stop that. Fortunately, We're okay at physical combat. Oh. For some reason, the people in the party who are nearby, but not actually in the... Okay, whatever. Everybody got to participate there. You killed the man and those who stood by his side. The child, Slava probably, remains. She looks at you scared. No, I'm not superstitious about this. We're taking her with us. Okay, apparently there really is a curse. This is a bad time for a curse. And it has affected everybody. Yeah, that's a pretty bad time for a curse. So now I think we have to just hang out. What are your attacks based on? So Wisdom and Destiny are your optimal combat skills. Well, it turns out she really was cursed, and probably we shouldn't have killed that guy. So yeah, that's annoying. Now we're going to have to basically wait. I also need to separate the Chosen off. I'm just going to grab, like, 2 meat. You guys don't mind. Yeah, we may as well reunite her with the witch. We'll keep these two out of the challenge range, though. Okay. I would love to deal with this challenge next turn, but we probably have to wait until the curse is removed. I guess we could remove the curse here through ritual, right? Do we have that ritual? We don't. Let's get it. Because we could wait until that witch event comes up. We have no idea how long it might take. What does it take to do that? A lot of gems or a lot of herbs. But, wait, don't we have herbs? No, apparently all the herbs are in the full party's inventory. Well, maybe we'll get lucky in that witch curse removal event will show up while we're waiting here. Chabor, I don't know, Craftsman, Radoslav. We have you using a sword and shield right now, which is not like totally ideal. You also have this destiny attack. Now take wits, I guess. It would be a lot of herbs, right? Like way too many herbs to remove the curse. Well, 50. We could get there. So this group's morale is down a little bit. Alright, come on, witch event. I don't want to have to break up the group, and I don't want to have to go back to town and reset this whole silly expedition, but it's kind of looking like that's where we're going to end up. Just like a really bad time to take on a spiritual curse. Yep, and no witch event. That's really annoying. Alright, break camp. So we have to re-merge these two a little bit. Just for a moment here. To share food. Okay, all 10 varieties. Sure. And actually, give us your herbs as well. Because we've already had a situation where one of the groups ended up with more than one magic user in it, and then we took a magic user option and it was like Biaklava instead of Yuzia. So I'm just trying to avoid that same thing here. Oh, no fuel. I did not hand them any fuel. It's fine. Whatever. Just take a moment to remove your curse. We're getting rat level ups, like pretty much non-stop here. Okay. Now the curse should be clear. Get back up here and get this done. This child has some intelligence. Let's keep pushing intelligence. Okay, and we are good on... We're good on our stats now. Yep, 30 mysticism. That's about what I was expecting. Okay, this turn we are actually trying the spiritual duel. And then we can bring the other magic users back into town. So do the witch thing, tell her of the crow. Okay, instead of an offering, challenge the witch to a spiritual duel. Okay, so no, not in fact a duel in any classical sense of that word. Well, fine, we'll just do it this way. The chosen gets all the stats. Yuzia takes all the damage, no big surprise there. The witch bows to your skill. You are indeed a chosen of magic or intellect to wield such precise power. I accept this as your offering and will grant the knowledge you seek. Here, drink this and receive the gifts of our Father. It is but a humble beginning of your path, dear chosen. We spoke of our Father to you, but even we are veiled from his true self, memories fading, traditions falling. You must go to the ancient forest and there seek out the burial of our Father. We will pray that you learn of his fate there, and in doing so, unlock your own power and that of your deity. That sounds lovely, actually. Okay, so go to the ancient forest. When I click that, it doesn't take us anywhere, so maybe maybe it either didn't actually generate a point of interest, which looks like might be the case, or maybe the point of interest that it did generate is just not within our visual range yet. Okay, keep calm and we shall all get what we want tonight. Stay calm and listen to them. Last time I think we just intimidated them out, right? Yeah, let's do that again. I am not afraid of any strigas. So, at least once in the past, we have had the option of doing a magic user duel, and it was just the one magic user that we were allowed to use. I think, unless I'm misremembering here, one of the things that does bug me a little bit about this game is that, like, as the same thing I was talking about with the scavenger thing yesterday, they don't always use language carefully, and it causes them to sometimes say things that are inconsistent with other times they have said that same thing. That makes it hard to guess at what the mechanics will be. Crossing a woodland grove, you see a flickering of light, and you sense the fluctuation of mystical power. As you approach, you see the woodland shake as two spirits fight. Oh, this thing again. Well, through your domain, you feel the dark spirit reaching out. Listen to it. You sense it is the spirit of darkness that is weak here. It seems to have no strength to speak to you, but you feel it reaching out for aid. Well, I think we can probably aid it. You weaken the spirit of light enough that the darkness is able to break it. The effort causes an explosion of dark energy, and a lingering dark mist washes over the grove, twisting the plants and trees instantly. You feel the darkness left you stronger. Okay, this is a better outcome than last time, right? The fading presence of darkness whispers, "Thank you. I felt this grove suddenly consumed by unnatural light, and as its opposite, I was drawn in by the forces of balance. But I was too weak. This power would have taken me and grown stronger. Where did the light spirit come from? It was always here. Every old grove has one. The elder children, elves, are made of it. Whatever broke in our world when the earth shook, it made the light wrong. And spirits of darkness like me, we are forever drawn to fight the light, only now it consumes us. I do not know how this is. The spirit is almost gone now. You cannot hear it anymore." Okay, so the Alpha Clans and the Shadowkin both really appreciate the thing we did here. Well, at some point, one or two things is going to happen here with our Divine Path quest. Either we are going to just have another thing pop up, we're going to have a random event that is like the Ancient Wood, etc. Or this was already here, right? This isn't part of our Divine Path thing. But what I was going to say is, or we're going to have to go find a point of interest that isn't obvious to us. Also, what is that? That's new, right? Alright, I think we should just put the adventuring crew back together immediately. We want to leave enough people behind that the town is not in danger, so I'm considering maybe Porky stays back. Yeah, we'll leave Parky behind. And we'll take Bratomir and Myslav. And do we want to bring one of the gatherers? We don't really have a lot of important gathering that needs done at home, and if we end up having to cross the ocean or something, it might be wise. We'll leave Biklava at home. Biklava can help defend the homestead. We haven't had a lot of problems with enemies wandering, like enemy groups on the map wandering over to us, but you still get events from time to time that require you to defend the village, so... Yeah, let's take one of the gatherers. We'll take Jasia with us. I almost want to take Zosha, too. Nah, we'll leave Zosha at home. Don't want to take Biaklava. She's actually pretty good at yellow challenges. Although now that we have a Zerka, we're definitely better at yellow challenges in the adventuring group as well. And she's actually quite a good gatherer. Yeah, okay, she'll come with us. We'll do a food transfer. I don't actually know how long we're going to be gone for, because I think we are going to take the ship with us. You know, I'm going to do... Do like a lot of food. And also a fair amount of wood. We are limited here by our carry limit, not by the amount of wood in the village, because boy oh boy do we have a lot. And then we can gather more combustibles on the way. Alright, grab this. Oh, the horse. Yes, the horse should come with us. We should equip that on somebody. Okay, hold on. Let me actually look at Expedition 1 in the equipment view. Oh, I still have the town selected. First of all, we need... Who needs extra movement the most? 6-6. People are mostly pretty fast here. Jasia doesn't have a lot of value in combat, so I think I like her having the spitting spider. We probably don't need the dogs on everybody. Obviously, Bratomir should keep hers, but... Let's make one of you the horse rider, because group carry limit is valuable. And then we actually do have armor and weapons on everybody. Jasia could not afford to hold a shield. Yeah, okay. I think we're fine. Let's go and interact with all of the things. And we'll keep the One Ring on Yuzia for now. Okay, you find the lair of the... Oh, the thieves who stole your goods! That's right! Let's convince them that this could be resolved in a friendly manner if they want to live. Okay. That's true, you are pretty. Take all our stuff back, get a ton of scavenger stuff. Okay, hold on. We have people in research mode in camp, right? Just one, I guess. Let's maybe have him working on some things that are a little bit more valuable. And then I guess we have some idle hands. That won't do. But boy oh boy, do we not need things anymore. Whatever. It's all good trade fodder. Trade fodder. Was there always dark wood here? Have I just been ignoring this dark wood? Because we probably should be gathering that. There wasn't, right? Man, I feel like I'm going crazy. Well, we haven't had a ton of use for it, I guess. It's not a big deal that I haven't haven't been gathering it, but we should have some people on that. So we definitely don't need any more normal wood. We probably don't need any more gold. Okay. One dark wood gather per turn. That'll do. So, let's sail over and interact with that, I guess, next turn. The boat is overburdened. We gotta build a better boat. Yeah, that probably right there is the first thing we do with the dark wood. Okay, this child spawned with a ton of mysticism. I hate to like over rely on witches, but she would make a really good witch. What would it cost to make us a fine dark wood boat? Let's say a sailboat. Would be 120. Alright. We'll keep an eye on that. We'll definitely make one of those as soon as it is feasible to do so. Apart from cats, none of your pets have ever liked Zoslava much. You'd see them snarl at her or shy away. Today you found all your companions sickly, and some dead. Wow, she killed the ghost? That's incredible. How does that even... But how, though? Man, I don't want to be responsible for killing a child. Something's not right here. But I sort of want to see if we can find out what it is, you know? Yeah, we're gonna not kill the child. I bet we're gonna suffer here for a while. I think I want to take Destiny on you. We're gonna suffer here for a while, but I'm hoping that we will get an event that allows us to uncover the nature of whatever is wrong with her. And the camera gets really jerky when it's not your turn. You stumble across a creature lying atop a slab of stone. Oh hey, it's Smetic. I remember you. We try to help him. I think we saw this event before, right? He made a pact to save his own skin, the other side paid its dues, and this fiend sought to make trouble. So he's not obeying the demon law. That's a very serious thing. Oh no, I'm the other side of the pact. Now he hired the services of a Kolbuk demon to steal from those who, in his eyes, disrespected him. But the Kolbuk was a loyal subject, so we were able to put a stop to this infringement. Yeah, it's sort of... I feel like we should abide by demon law. They spend a lot of time talking about how important demon law is, how important it is that it, like, always be respected. So we lost some loyalty with the night demons, but gained some with the forest demons. Okay, so I guess we're just gonna have to, pursue the one other quest we have, which is to sail across the water and meet with some foreign peoples and make friends with them. Fortunately, we have this boat. Although, actually, I think we might go back to town and get a better boat. Monia, what's your weapon? You have a Destiny-based weapon. Yeah, some of our people are still cursed. Obviously, I'm not that concerned about it. We'll see about... Really? This is the time when lawn work needs to be done directly outside my window? Okay, hold on a second. I might... I'll go over there and close the window. Let's make this trade real quick, though. Here. How would you like some grain? How would you like 30 or so grain? I'm never going to be able to dial that in with the bar. Okay, so that should clear everybody else. Never mind. Lawn work guy went away. You know what's kind of crazy? We have, I guess, a lot of lawn work to do, because we sometimes it is the case that the lawn work people are out there for hours and hours a day, just tearing away at it, being really loud and annoying for long periods of time. But I went for a walk last night, and the grass everywhere is super high and looks terrible. I don't know what they're doing, but I don't think they're actually doing lawn work. There's some kind of conspiracy being executed here, and the lawn work is a cover. Alright, he does have a mysticism-based attack. Yeah, I think Strength of the Swarm just seems great to me. And then Divine Word gives him access to energy scattering, which I actually like a lot. Give him a good attack, regardless of his weapon. So where are we at on wood here? Are we close to... We are pretty close to the amount to make a better boat. You know what? We're just going to have the expedition come back home. I'm not going to have them, like, actually reintegrate into the city here, but we're going to have them hang out on this tile. We'll build a better boat. We'll swap it up to them. We're going to need 2 more gathers of wood, right? Because 1 more is going to put us at 119. That's not what I wanted. Yeah. So we need 1 more gather of wood. The child is growing up. We do not have a healer. Let's see if Rysiek can become a healer. Child is youth no more. Today they join the guy. Okay, the guy's back. Hold on a second. I'm closing the window. I'll be right back. Part of the problem is, like I said, some days they do it for like hours and hours at a time, but it's never consistent. Sometimes it starts at like 7 a.m., sometimes it starts at now, which is actually almost evening. I don't know what the hell they're doing. Okay, so we need to pull our best craftspeople for the task of building this extremely impressive boat as quickly as possible. So we spend 3 turns building the boat, and then we do a goods exchange, and we can reset the townspeople on stuff. Sadly, it's already too warm here for the windows to really, like, for it to be comfortable, for the windows to be closed. She could get Hurry Up or Mass Lullaby. I don't think Hurry Up is all that good. Mass Lullaby is more powerful, even if it only hits 1 target. Although I guess there's a lot of value in moving your character up in the rankings rather than moving other people down, because you might want to get ahead of several people. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I didn't make the right move there. Okay. I want this very good sailboat. You guys can take the bad sailboat back. And then I don't know why I have Darkwood. You guys should have all the Darkwood. Group has 36 turns worth of food. Let's actually exchange some more food. Although it looks like we have fewer total varieties of food. I need to get back on cooking, maybe. And you know what it is? I think actually we have lots of all the things that we cook. It's just that some of the stuff that we had found, I think we are now out of. Okay, let's go check out that other... Alright, you can't order them directly into the water. They have to be adjacent first. Ambushed by goblin bandits. Guys, come on. You remember we've done this before? They don't remember. Okay. I'm a little sad that we don't get any kind of goblin loyalty or reputation from doing that. Okay, this ship is not going to have any weight problems whatsoever. This is a very good ship. All the food that... Holy crap. All the food that Slava is carrying, and some food that she simply came near, has rotted away. That's a huge amount of food. I mean, it's like a percentage, right, of the total food of those types that we had. I really want to see where this is going. I know we're going to lose a bunch of stuff in town, but we also have a lot of stuff in general, and I want to see if this turns into something. I don't know if we will ever be in a position better than the one we're in right now to figure out where this event goes if you just let it finish happening, because we're like extremely comfortable. Speaking of which, I definitely have people who were on Gathering who we pulled over onto Shipbuilding, and they should probably get back to Gathering. Wood and... okay. You know what? We don't really need the wood. Gather gold. Okay, let's see what this other island is like. Well, terrain artifact right away. We're a lot faster on water than we are on land. Let's not stress too much about that. Ooh, okay, interesting. That's a resource I've never seen on the starting island. Do we want to get on land with our last point of movement, or do we want to keep sailing around? Let's sail around a little bit more. We don't get great inland vision from the water, but we're so fast. Okay, we can challenge this old woman in a battle of the spirit. You know, same deal as always. Thankfully, Porky was here to make that work. Oh good, rain, so now we can't see anything. Well, that's very annoying. Okay, a village of ice demons. Let's try to talk to them. A heavy storm besieges your village for days, and among the rain and the clouds, some people see a figure of a little girl with a crooked face wearing a white dress. Soon it is clear that a Sicha Mora stalks your homes, tricking children into playing with her while spreading rot and fever. Many children fall to her trickery. Dead children may change into Bezatka, and live ones attract a Dola. Huh. She's a tormented soul. We could speak to her as a fellow spirit being. That's true, we do have spiritual beings. This demon child is rare and dangerous, a deathbringer of sorts, but perhaps there's a way to banish her. Or we could just try to take care of the sick and make it through. We do have a dedicated healer now. This should be pretty easy. A difficulty 3 yellow challenge, even at the village. Yeah, we shouldn't have a problem. Okay, a permanent intelligence gain for you. You come across a secluded old hut that has seen better days. The doors are ajar and rattling in the wind, and cobwebs and shrubbery have covered most walls. You sense a presence in the house. Observe it carefully for more signs. The presence is faint, fleeting, but you sense a lot of anger and confusion. This will likely be a spirit. Yeah, I had kind of guessed already. As soon as you step into the house, the doors and shutters slam shut, leaving you in darkness. A creaking noise comes from above. As you light your torches, you see a ladder leading up to a small landing. This is the adventuring party, right? Yeah. Let's consider what type of spirit presence we're dealing with here. I am confident that we could handle... Ooh, wow, maybe not. Maybe I am overconfident. The house is clearly haunted. You can try to cleanse it by facing the spirits on their ground, but this ritual may be dangerous. You could also attempt to find whatever binds the ghost to this place and destroy it. Of course, you could also just try to force your way out. Let's maybe look around a little bit before attempting to perform a ritual. Maybe we can get a little more information here. Or maybe not. You begin your search. The creaking gets louder and more menacing with every step. It now sounds like a rocking chair. A few times you swear you see a figure clad in a black dress. On the bottom floor, by the doors and shutters, you find the remains of some poor souls who are trying to get out. So, Yuzia lost 59 faith, which is going to make her a lot less effective in faith-based combat. Okay, the challenge is easier, though. In the dim light of your torch, you see a wooden rocking chair moving on its own. The air here is cold and heavy. The menacing presence you felt throughout the house is much stronger here. It is pushing you away from the chair. Well, you know what we must do. Yeah, that's actually a pretty easy challenge. You push through the resistance and destroy the rocking chair by flame. The house exhales a deep breath of fresh air. The shutters and doors open. You find several more bodies of less fortunate visitors. Well, let's bury them and also steal all of their things. It turns out they only had wood. That's weird. You have arrived in the Icelands, the forever frozen pastures ruled by the mysterious Jadmroz, perhaps? When the cold swallowed this island, cities fell into instant ruin and folk fled, unable to live in such a harsh environment. You will not find many creatures alive here, but the ice demons are known to make lairs from time to time. Okay, hold on. I have Chrome open over here. Let me just see. Okay, unfortunately, that appears to be the name of both a beer and perhaps a music artist. Okay, never mind. These search results are useless. That guy is a creature who is many but one. You can also find the terrifying ice trolls, whimsical Sniezinka. Again, if you're like Polish or anything, if you're from a Slavic language group, please feel free to let me know how these are actually pronounced in the comments. Or mischievous icicles roaming the ice plains or hiding amongst the mountain peaks. You may find diamonds and nuts here. Okay, useful information. Really, all I want to do is try to talk to ice demons. You find a place hidden from plain sight, and within you spot ice demons congregating. It is hard to call it a settlement, but it's likely as close as they get to one. Well, I'm certainly not just going to attack them. You get no answer, only several icy looks. When you become friends, you'll be able to recruit, trade, and cure curses here. How do we become friends with them, though? Our healer should probably stick to intelligence, right? He's got reliable argument, and I guess that's a wisdom thing, really. Well, intelligence will still increase his sanity, so it still does make him better at yellow challenges. Well, if we can't actually interact with the Ice Demon Village, I'm not sure how we're supposed to become friends with them. Seems like becoming friends with them is locked behind the ability to talk to them, but the ability to talk to them is locked behind being friends with them. I guess we're more powerful now. Maybe we just sail back to Purple Island and give that another shot? The ship is quite fast. We'll certainly make it there quickly. And I think the goblins on this island are one of the people who were explicitly told could help us with the quest, right? The waters are calm, the sky's clear, and you hear a faint yet alluring song carried on the waves. No, not this again. Alright, the closer you get to the song, the stronger you feel the magic, etc. Fight this enchantment. You break through the enchantment and see 3 very surprised sea demons staring at you. They blink a few times, then smile. You broke free, so you can see the true faces of us 3. May the seas reward you. They swim away, but blow you a sweet kiss. Yeah, so like, it seems like getting a witch, or maybe just any magic user, early on, is really powerful, because it seems like every time you do a purple challenge, you gain purple stats, so they snowball really powerfully in a way that, like, combat characters don't. See, when I move the ship and we're going to get an event, it completely locks the camera and doesn't let me interact with the game anymore until the event occurs, so we have to just watch the very slow ship movement happen. You come across a shipwreck and see a female floating atop a raft, clutching a golden treasure chest. She calls out to you, "Hurry, please help me!" Well, this could be some kind of trick, but I feel like we're ready for whatever kind of trick it might be. Let's try to get to her through the troubled waters. You swim towards her, but the waves are strong and the winds work against you, so you move slowly. As you get closer, you see the girl has an odd greenish complexion. She cries out again, "Thank you! The chest, it must be taken to my home, else all my family will die. Please, if something happens to me, even if it looks hopeless, find it and take it there." I mean, odd greenish complexion could mean she's a goblin, could mean she's an orc, could mean she's some kind of weird sea demon that I don't know about. Could mean she's the Kraken. The sea suddenly opens up and a Kraken appears. The waves push you away, and the creature effortlessly grabs the girl and swallows her whole. The Kraken ignores you, its eyes glimmering gold, as it swims away on the surface toward the shore. Wow, that's wild. We could try to track the Kraken. Is that a thing that I really want to do? I mean, it's a concept challenge, so we won't take any damage during the challenge, but failing the challenge itself could get us hurt. The thing is, I kind of want to throw a shot at a yellow challenge right now, because we haven't tried a level 7 challenge, I think, ever. I've always fled from them. We might be getting close to being able to do these. Apparently, it's not even that hard, really, anymore. You follow the Kraken at a safe distance, and you think you know where to search for it once you get to shore. Okay, well, the downside there is that we did not get the chest that she wanted. I think that's the marker for that quest. Alright, well, I'm just going to let the village keep doing what the village is doing. It's working fine. Let's focus on our expedition here. Wow, they really want her to max out throw pebbles. Okay. At this point, it's 21 damage. She's really good at throwing pebbles. Maybe the best in the world. The best in recorded history at pebble throwing. And that could be a Kraken totem, maybe. Yeah, clicking... Neither one of these do anything when I click on them. So maybe this is unrelated to our current quests? Let's see, we have 109 turns worth of fuel. We can probably afford to have a seat here and do a little gathering. Alright, you spot the golden-eyed Kraken you once tracked. It seems to be coming in and out of a cave on the seashore. You hear the cries of a girl from within. That's very curious. Let's make sure that we level up Myslav before we do anything else here, because I suspect we might have a reason to fight soon. Let's see what this is first. You discover the ruins of an ancient city. Within its shattered walls, you spot an entrance to a dungeon. This is where the alchemist said the Dwarven Rune Grand Master is held captive by trolls. This was supposed to be a difficult way to pursue that quest, right? Well, I don't have any option but to go in. The dungeon was clearly designed to keep some large creatures captive. You spot cells where massive skeletons lie chained to the rock. Some may even belong to dragons. Let's examine very carefully. This place was clearly a prison of some sort. That's just the same text. Some cells hold the skeletal remains of such monsters, and other cells are empty or contain piles of ash. You also notice that some of the dirt has been disturbed, so you may not be alone in here. You uncover some arrows and sigils written in the common tongue that suggest the direction of a central cell, likely where the dwarven prisoner is kept. Let's not spend any more time here than we absolutely have to. You make your way into a deep, dark tunnel that collapsed at some point in the past, and is now propped up by odd pieces of stone and metal. Finally, you get to the end and find a large prison cell. In the middle of this huge space designed for a dragon, you see a lone, drunken dwarf singing and talking to himself. How is he drunk if he's been are they bringing him lots of alcohol? We could try to speak to the dwarf, or, because of our dwarfly perception, we could stay hidden and examine the cell for weak points. I mean, this seems like the smart move to do, doesn't it? With every step, you observe the walls and floor that surround you and notice irregularities. Soon you become aware that these tunnels are alive. Eyes are watching you from the shadows, and slow, heavy creaks of movement follow your every step. That is very interesting. A difficulty 9 physical challenge, I'm going to go out on a limb here and guess, is something we maybe couldn't pull off. And we did that 7 easily enough, I guess. It was a yellow 7. But we have Myslav and the Hunter with us. We're probably pretty good at red challenges. Random blasts can be used in red challenges as well. We'd probably be okay at this. Let's speak to the dwarf while remaining vigilant of our observers. Yes, here. Oh, you best keep your distance, laddies, else the rock shits will have you for lunch. Trolls? Let's see, do we want to ask him about the trolls? No, let's focus on the mission here. Tell him you need to get him out so he can help with an urgent matter, a red cave that seems to be key to the Shattering. The dwarf cowers and turns away from you as he mutters. I'm sorry, I didn't know you wanted to help. It's too late now. You are suddenly very aware that the walls around you are not walls. They have eyes, they have mouths and arms, and they are smiling at you. So, you want our toy, do you? Play with us first. I would love to have a chat about the situation that we are in, if you're interested in having a chat. Okay, I can do this. I feel very confident of that. The doors to the cell open, and the ground beneath your feet changes to slippery mud that pushes you in. From the dark corners, you also see several more sets of eyes. Some red-hot, some ice-cold, all large and angry. We can quietly prepare a ritual that will let us attack them in the spirit realm. I bet we'd be way better at fighting them in the spirit realm than we are in the physical realm, because having a magic user is just like hardcore cheating. Tree roots break through the floor. You hear another voice answer, an old, tired voice. We keep him here as he kept us. He took pieces of us. Now we cannot leave this place. So he stays, suffers with us. Well, we could just jump him, but actually I'm kind of curious what they're talking about here. We might be able to find a different solution to this problem. What exactly was done to make you unable to leave? The dwarf answers your question. I took their hearts. I needed them to make one, a magnificent one. They live only as shells, a Warrakis, but grander and better. They cannot leave, for it is my runes that keep them alive now. And no, I cannot craft them better ones. These are already marvels beyond your small brain's understanding. So, I'm unclear on the meaning of one here. Did he take their hearts to make another one of these things that, like, he controls? Or did he take their hearts to make a big magic better heart? A little ambiguously worded. A Waricus? Ah, creation of my peers, a marvel of metalworks, rune mastery, and something else. Armor that moves and has a heart. Humans often claim they are creatures man-made. Wizard spells gone wrong. Curses. But it is not so. Harnessing life to awaken stone and metal. The basis of my own work as well. This guy's got a real strange way of talking that's not 100% grammatically correct. Okay. So do we try to talk them down, convince them that a long time has passed and you need the help of this dwarf to stop the shattering? Or do we just ritual magic up? I mean, we're pretty good at purple challenges. We're pretty great at purple challenges. That's not the only thing to consider. I think we could probably pull off the yellow challenge. Part of the question is, what do I think the good outcome to this situation is? What does she do in yellow challenges? Okay, Random Blast 3 works in all colors. Man, what a good skill. What an extremely good book this is that we found. So Myslav would be... I mean, he's effectively useless in purple challenges, but in yellow challenges, he does at least have the throwing dagger. It's not a lot of damage. She's good in yellow and purple. Actually, way better in yellow than in purple. You, of course, have Outmaneuver or Ghostly Axe, both of which are really, really good. Biaklava is better at yellow than purple. Okay, I think the yellow option is both the one I like the most from a story perspective, and also I think actually maybe the one we're best at now. Although who knows, a purple challenge might have rewarded us with some permanent purple stats. Although the yellow challenge did the same thing, actually. We took a lot of sanity damage on Alanovic. Turns out it's fine, he has a ton of sanity, but... The troll who first spoke answers you. This, by the way, is not what I was imagining when we were talking about trolls. These are, I would call these elementals more than trolls. It's a weird translation difference or something there. The troll who first spoke answers you. We are all of the earth, friends. We should serve as we once did, or we not any good no more. This was fun, but games be over. You take the dwarf, but you promise he not go free. He be evil. It does kind of sound like he's evil. So we got a max level wooden scroll. Energy Blur with a 2.0 modifier is definitely an interesting idea. What exactly? It's just a single target melee attack. It just hits really hard. And also a really good dragon artifact. Okay. Yeah, I'll make the promise. He does sound kind of screwed up. I'm gonna keep a close eye on him. As you speak the words of the promise, you feel their unnatural weight and know they are no mere utterance. You are now bound by a demon deal. You do not know the consequence of breaking it, but there will be one. See, again, that's like, I hear troll, I don't think demon. And demon, it seems like the game uses the word demon to just mean any supernatural creature. Whereas, I guess just because of like the Western fantasy tradition, I think of demon as having a much narrower definition. Alright, take the dwarf back to the Red Cave. The alchemist appears en route with a jovial smile. Ah, so you went straight for the fight. Good, good. This old fella's not what you call ethical, but he knows his stuff. Let me take him off your hands for now. Come see us in the Red Cave when you can, and perhaps we'll have some answers for you. Before you're able to answer fully, the alchemist wraps his hands around the rescued Grandmaster and breaks open a vial of purple liquid, making them both disappear. You think they went to the Grey World, though only goblin shamans are known to travel that way. Hey, I would really love it if you didn't just abscond with that dwarf, because I made a promise. Like, if the dwarf shanks this dude and runs off, that's going to be on my head. I feel like we should have had the option to insist that he stay with us. Alright, let's do this Kraken thing. Ooh, all of the Kraken options are tough. Oh, the Kraken took the chest? Okay. Did it say that in the text of the Kraken event? It said he grabbed the girl. You come close to the Kraken cave and use the land entrance to get a better view of the inside while staying at a safe distance from the beast. You see the odd girl who asked for your aid. She is being held by a tentacle, her life slowly squeezed out of her. Very slowly, apparently. The golden chest lies on the cave's floor. You cannot get the girl without attacking the beast, but you can try to sneak in and take the chest. So we could attempt to fight this Kraken in the spirit realm. We also could go for the sneak check, because that's a concept challenge, and even if we fail it, it wouldn't be a big deal. But I'm assuming that if we fail to sneak in and take the chest, we probably anger the Kraken and then have to fight it, and we might not get the option to jump it in the way we would prefer. And this is a purple challenge, so even if we lose all of our purple health, we're not really at any risk of dying. I think we just attack it in the spirit realms, even though this is going to be very difficult. And Yuzi is not actually at full purple health. Victory with grave injuries. Do I want to try to resolve that manually? We might be able to beat that. But it's grave purple injuries, like they're not going to kill us, and we can just ritual them off. I'm just going to take it. I'm just going to accept it. Yeah, that makes sense. Yuzia would definitely have gotten walloped. I'm kind of surprised that the auto-resolver apparently played Myslav into the challenge at some point. Doesn't seem like a great play. You kill the beast and rescue the girl, who turns out to be a siren. She collapses unconscious and only manages to whisper, "Only home can cure me." When you examine the chest, you see a map carved on top. It must lead to this home the girl spoke of. Boy, we better hope so. There's no other way we're going to find it. The chest does not seem to have a way to open it. No locks, hinges, or other signs of how it works. And then we harvest the fish and diamond that the Kraken was made out of, I guess. We should probably do this, right? Let's take the siren back home, the way the girl asked. That's probably going to result in some water demon reputation, I'm guessing? Is this the home? That was remarkably easy. Okay. Apparently it's going to be next turn before we can interact with that. Can we pull off... Yeah, we can pull off the spiritual healing ritual. We have some stuff. Apparently we're going to have to use wood. We have to do this like the expensive way. And then we can use some fish here. I definitely don't want to spend any of our diamond on this. And yeah, we don't really have a lot of other options. But I would love to get us up to a place where we can feel healthy again here. Because remember, being all the way out of purple health does cause you to lose red health. We have a little bit better purple health than normal, or purple health regeneration than normal people do because of our god. But it is definitely not something I wanna stay low on. You smell smoke and feel a heat wave coming your way. It's a fire. It is easier to try to put out the fire with water from a nearby pond than it is to run from the fire. I'm assuming this will have more dire consequences if we fail it, but it is only difficulty 7. The forest is saved, and you feel its gratitude fall upon you. You can also gather up some of the wood now. Okay, yeah, I figured that there would probably be a lot of people who'd be pretty happy with us if we stopped a fire in their forest. Jasia keeps going perception. You definitely just take whatever yellow stat is on offer. And how are we doing purple-wise? Okay, everybody's in pretty good health now. Oh, we should probably actually equip these things, right? So this gives a 1.9 modifier. This is just, even though it's a one-hander, it is straight up like hugely better than the sandstone relic. And this is a master-crafted scroll. Actually, do I want him to be using this instead? Yeah, I probably do, right? This doesn't have the splash damage, I guess. And the artifact is increasing his shielding as well. Yeah, let's leave the artifact on him. The scroll can go to Jasia, maybe? Yeah, she makes pretty good use of that. You find the home that the girl with the golden treasure chest spoke of. It is a city built underground, but unlike dwarven dwellings or mines that you may have seen, this one is built atop an underground lake riddled with waterfalls and streams, leading in and out of the caves. You spot many eyes watching you. Siren and Alkonost seem the most common, but you also spot Rusalkas, Befuddlers, and others unknown to you. Let's not immediately ask for payment. Let's seem like we're just doing a good deed here. Go in and present the golden treasure chest to them. Explain how you came to find it and tell them of the sad fate of the girl caught by the Kraken. A Befuddler walks out of the water to greet you. Well, I'm nervous about that, given his name. Ah, the Ark. And Siana still lives. This is wonderful news. Her task is completed thanks to you, and we can heal her. We thank you. What I did was right, but I also hope there's a reward. You know what? I'm more curious what the deal with the chest is. This place is a haven for creatures like myself who wish to live in peace, away from the temptations of the open world, and far from the prejudices we meet there. But we are bound by demon laws, and sooner or later they always call to us. With the Ark, we are able to stay cut off, unseen even by those ancient rules and those who uphold them. I would love to see this city of yours. Yes, here is a token of our thanks. You are also welcome to enter our town and trade and rest. We only ask that you do not show this path to another. I will not do that. Wow. Hammer splash type attack with a 2.4 times modifier. And honestly, 0.5 modifier on the snare effect is pretty powerful as well. This is a really good relic. Also some malachite. Here's some garbage we had. It does feel kind of strange to me that we can't just do both of these things. I agreed to keep your secret. Let's explore the city. The city is vast, but also wild and unruly. You find traders and you can heal your wounds and curses here. Let's see what they have to trade. I imagine some pretty okay stuff. Wow, not really. Stuff is not that good. Yeah, remarkably not that good. I don't think we don't have any mental ailments, right? Well, I'm not going to just give them 150 trade value to test. Okay, we got 30 reputation from the water demons. Seems like we could maybe make some friends over here. Also, we may as well search these ruins. Turns out not to be terribly valuable. But, you know, you always get research points. So I'm a little unclear on what the way forward is at this point. Our Divine Path quest, I don't know where the deep forest that was referred to it by is. I guess we come back to the Red Ridge Cave and try to find out where all that's going. So let's pull the adventurers back into the sea. But we're certainly not going to do that right now, because I am way past the hour I intended to spend on this. It has got a little bit of a hold on me, but that is going to be it for us for today. Thank you all so much for watching. Come back next time. We will continue to help the archaeologist, and then maybe have to just sail around the world for a while until we figure out what exactly our god wants from us. And we'll see you then.